inside West Banco Arena is now time for semifinal action, and boy, do we have a good one for you here today. Wheeling Central, the defending West Virginia State taking on. I tell you what, if you like goals, you came to the right place here because both these teams can really light up the scoreboard. Morgantown has 3 guys that have over 50 points on the season in under 20 games. So this is going to be a very high-scoring game. The Bob Otten Trophy here on the line, or a trip rather, to the championship game to play for the Bob Otten Trophy. I tell you what, this is going to be an extremely good contest. This is the West Virginia State Hockey Championships presented by WVU Medicine. Once again, I'm Chris Thoburn. I'll be bringing you all the action here tonight as the teams are heading out on the ice here for warm-ups. We'll have a brief warm-up here, and this one is going to be absolutely exciting. You can go down here into the locker room as you can catch the guys from Wheeling Central, as we just have a brief delay here as everybody heading out onto the ice. Pelock having a little bit of fun there. Logan Pelock, 13 goals, 7 assists on the season for 20 points. Had a couple goals last night. But let's talk about this Morgantown team. John D. Bartolomeo, the defenseman, 50 points on the year on 19 goals and 31 assists. And then they are led by senior forward Jacob Hollander, 26 goals, 38 assists for 64 points on the season. And then Cooper Cox, the leading goal scorer on this team, 29 goals, 23 assists for 52 points on the season. Once again, this is a team that can light up the scoreboard. They also have another senior forward in Aiden Shepard, 18 goals, 16 assists for 34 points on the season. The leading scorer for Wheeling Central, Aiden Cooey, 10 goals, 13 assists for 23 points on the year. Like I said, we are expecting a high-scoring battle here in this one between the Mohawks of Morgantown and also the Wheeling Central Maroon Knights. Wheeling Central trying to make it back to the state championship once again as they knocked off the West Virginia Vipers last season in a 5-4 thriller, a game that they led 5-2 into the third period, and then all of a sudden Martinsburg, West Virginia Vipers started coming back in this one, but Wheeling Central able to hold them off. Another thing that has been really interesting is Morgantown is in a totally different division now. So these two schools have not seen each other so far this year, but we are in for a good contest here tonight. Once again, Chris Thoburn, I'll be bringing you all the action here this morning rather.
Hockey Championships presented by WVU Medicine. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, we ask you to please rise if you are able, and gentlemen, remove your hats as we honor America with the national anthem.
And welcome back inside West Banco Arena, the West Virginia State Hockey Championship semifinals featuring Wheeling Central and Morgantown. Good morning and welcome back inside the broadcast booth. This is presented by WVU Medicine. I'm Chris Thoburn with 1JB Media, bringing you all the action here. And like I said in the beginning, this is going to be an exciting one. Several players on Morgantown in double digits in goals this season, so they have 3 full lines that can put the puck in the back of the net, and they are going to test freshman goaltender Seth Mandel here tonight for Wheeling Central. On the other side for Morgantown, it'll be senior netminder Lincoln Cox, so you have a senior versus a freshman down there as Wheeling Central coming out onto the ice. Speaking of freshmen, number 7, Nate McMullen, freshman defenseman, getting the start out there for Wheeling Central. Logan Pelock also out there for Wheeling Central. Gary Hatfield, Zach Vitlip also out there for Wheeling Central. Maddox Ochap, another freshman, out there for the Maroon Knights. Face-off is going to be won by Wheeling Central, and Pelock going to dump it into the left of Cox. Trying to get in there is Maddox Ochap. 2 goals on the season for Ochap, and bringing it back the other way is Valenti for Morgantown. Be dumped back in here by Wheeling Central, and overskating the puck is Morgantown, and breaking it back out is Nico Kortsis. Kortsis has his pass intercepted by Vitlip, gets it back though. Kortsis coming back the other way for Morgantown. Valenti with a shot and a save made by Mandel. Rebound, they score! Weston Mazie with the goal there, and he picks up his 15th of the season, and Morgantown an early 1-0 lead. You can see it here on the replay. A shot was put on the goal by Valenti, and then Mazie with the rebound in his 15th of the season. Time on that one was 16:22. Gino Valenti, Nico Kortsis going to get the 2 assists on Mazie's 15th of the season. Mohawks, a very high-scoring team here. DiBartolomeo was trying for the home run pass to Jacob Howlander, and they're going to go offsides, and the face-off dot will come right outside of the defensive zone of the Mohawks, right in front of their bench. 15:49 to go here in the first period. Morgantown out to an early 1-0 lead. Morgantown winning the face-off once again. And Wheeling Central back it up there. DiBartolomeo almost got another stick on it. And Howlander bringing it back the other way here for the Mohawks. Howlander skidding into his offensive zone. Goes around one defender. Goes around the second. Mandel able to steer it off to the side. Central cannot clear though. And now they will with Connor Wood bringing it up, and overskating the puck there for Wheeling Central was Brady Kerr. Kerr putting the pressure on behind the goal. It was lost momentarily by the Mohawk defenseman. And bringing it back there is Howlander. Howlander starting up on the attack, gets it over to the far corner to DiBartolomeo. DiBartolomeo finding a man breaking down the right side. It's Cooper Cox, a shot and a save made by Mandel, and he paid the price behind the goal, taking a huge hit. Cooper Cox, 29 goals on the season for Morgantown, as the Mohawks keeping the pressure up here, outshooting Wheeling Central 3-0 to begin this game. Smith gets it over on the far side, and dumping it in on goal there is Cooper Helen. Hatfield has it back behind the net here for Wheeling Central, trying to get it up ice, gets it to Pelock. Pelock going to take a hit here on the corner by Helen, and Morgantown has it once again. Smith in the far side corner, and it's going to be dumped forward into the neutral zone as McMullen having to retreat back into his own end. McMullen, and he's going to dump it forward. This pass is going to be tipped by Smith, so that'll negate the icing call as Maddox Ochap putting the pressure on Smith behind his own goal, tries to clear it up the near boards, and Central intercepts it momentarily, and Helen lands a huge hit here in the corner. Puck is going to roll off to the right of Cox, and Morgantown has some time here, and it's going to be intercepted by Cooey in the slot, and it's going to hit the top netting and go out of play as Cooey intercepting the pass there by James Robbins, and had a great opportunity in the slot. Wheeling Central still looking to record that first shot on goal as they trail 1-0, Morgantown with 4. Cooey in on the face-off circle, able to win this one back. Burge overskates it, and it's now going to be played there by Burge. Hits a shot on goal. It's going to go to the right of Cox. And bringing it back up here for the Mohawks is Jonathan Price. Wheeling Central regains his own once again. Parker trying here on the outside, gets it out to the point, and it goes through the skates of number 65, Grady Mullen. Be dumped back in here. Morgantown trying to get it back out of the zone. Going to be intercepted momentarily by Burge. He bodies a man up into the corner. That's Sandolfini. Cooey now behind the net, looking towards the front. It's going to be tipped by Parker, and a save made by Cox. Dom Petrucci can't get it out of the zone, and Central still has it in their own end. Cooey not able to get to it, and a battle here still in the Wheeling Central offensive zone. It'll finally be tipped forward by Robbins as Connor Wood, skating all the way back for Wheeling Central, has it on the point there. Wood, pass is going to be intercepted by the Mohawks captain Gino Valenti. Dumped into the far side corner. Picking it up there is Grady Mullen. Mullen has his pass intercepted as the puck squirts out into the slot. And retreating back there is Hank Wilson for Morgantown. Wilson, though, tries to throw it up the boards. Pelock overskates the puck. And a 3-on-2 back the other way if Morgantown can hurry. And it's going to be an offsides call. Great body there on the blue line. And getting over the line there a little bit too quick was Weston Maisie for Morgantown, and the faceoff will come out of the Wheeling Central defensive end in front of the Maroon Knight bench. Then on the faceoff is Cooey. Cooey wins it back. Having some trouble with it there was McMullen Hatfield as he bodies his man up against the glass. McMullen is the one that clears it out of harm's way there. Maisie able to keep in momentarily for Morgantown, but then the Maroon Knights able to dump it out of the blue line just to be dumped right back in as Hatfield almost overskated the puck, and he has to retreat behind his own goal as Morgantown just keeping relentless pressure here in the first period. Cooey has it across the blue line. Cooey looking for some help, throws it towards the goal. Easy save made there by Cox as Maddox Ochap was applying the pressure and knocks the puck out of play off the stick of Owen Young. 11:42 remaining here in the first period, 1-0 in favor of the Mohawks. And here comes that big line of Howlander, Cox, and DiBartolomeo. DiBartolomeo, he also plays defense, but they've had him up there as a forward, and why not? 19 goals, 31 assists on the season for 50 points. Valenti picked up his 49th of the season on his 26th assist. So you know he is definitely looking to add point number 50 here tonight. Back the other way comes Morgantown. It's Hollander on the far side. Hollander crisscrossing with Cox. Hollander still with the puck. Hollander bringing it into the corner, and he is going to be stood up by the Wheeling Central defenseman, but the puck will roll out to Smith, who tries to flip it into his own end, but it's going to go up and over the glass, and the faceoff will come to center ice. Cameron Smith, only a sophomore out there. 4 assists on the season for the sophomore defenseman. DiBartolomeo able to get it, going back into the corner here with a battle with Grady Mullen, and bringing it back out behind the net is Connor Wood, trying to get it up to Vossen. Vossen has it here on the near side, able to dump it forward, goes through the skates of Smith, and hurrying back is Robbins. Gets it over to DiBartolomeo for Morgantown. DiBartolomeo with multiple Maroon Knights around him. Gets it over to Cox, who drops it off to Hollander. Hollander back over to Cox. One-timer try. He misses, but DiBartolomeo able to keep control for Morgantown in front of the sponsorship sign. Cox tries to throw it towards goal. Goes to the wide of Mandel. Morgantown battling here in the corner. And Wheeling Central trying to bring it back the other way. DiBartolomeo able to get that one and get it over to the sophomore Smith, who gets it forward to Hollander. Hollander's shot in the slot goes up and over the crossbar, and back the other way comes Wheeling Central momentarily, but the puck's going to be picked off by Daffner. Daffner getting it toward the front. Hollander was looking for Cortis in front. Wheeling Central has numbers back the other way. Bringing it down the ice is Pelock. Pelock going to be stood up on the play there by Cortis. And Cortis with a battle in the corner. Ochap able to get it. Gets it out to Hatfield. Shot on goal and a save made by Cox. Cox saw that one all the way as we're having a few conversations here down on the ice. Logan Pelock and also Jacob Hollander and Cooper Cox. Face-off is going to go to the left of Lincoln Cox. Will be a battle down there between Daffner and Pelock. Pelock able to win the face-off. Puck's going to be thrown towards the front of the net. Cooey with another interception. Check that, that was Ochap. This time with an interception in the slot. Able to knock it forward, but Daffner bringing it back the other way here for the Mohawks. No icing on the play, and Hatfield having to retreat all the way down past the goal line. Hatfield able to get it up to Pelock, who's going to use the boards and flip it up towards center ice, and running him over was Hatfield. Pelock going to dump it into the zone rather, where Vitlip will try to take over behind the Morgantown net. Goes all the way up to Burge. Good keep there by Bodie Burge. Cooey going into the corner, able to come away with it. Cooey thought about the wraparound try. Being pressured by Cortis. Toe drag to the slot. Shot, and the rebound was missed there. Another rebound and a save made by Cox. Wheeling Central still has control. It's Burge. Burge has it. Dumps it back down into the corner. Cooey bringing it from back behind the net. Cooey being pressured by Cortis. Tired Mohawk bodies out on the ice right now. Here's another try, and Cox is going to stick this one away, but not before Connor Wood keeps it in. And Morgantown coming back the other way. It's a 2-on-1. Daffner and Wilson. Wilson trying to go towards the middle. Nobody home, and Connor Wood bringing it back the other way for Wheeling Central, and it'll be dumped into Morgantown territory where Daffner takes over. Daffner has it on the near side board, far side boards rather. Gets it over to Young. Young has some time. Kicking it back over to Hank Wilson. Wilson then tries to dump it up the boards where Pelock's going to intercept and initially dumps it back in, but here comes Shepard. Shepard over. Shot and a save made by Mandel. Great opportunity there by the captain, Gino Valenti, for Morgantown, but Mandel was up to the task. The shots on goal now, 5-5. Morgantown leading Wheeling Central 1-0 with 8:03 to go here in the first period. Wow, what action that has been between these two teams. As Valenti in on the face-off here, but he's going to lose it to Logan Pelock. Pelock trying to spin around, only one hand on his stick, able to make a beautiful pass over on the near side to Owen Mullen. Wheeling Central player goes crashing into the boards, but the Maroon Knights maintain possession as Hatfield trying to dump it up. Valenti able to knock that one away, and this is going to be an icing call against Wheeling Central, as unable to handle the pass was Owen Mullen. Owen Mullen, a sophomore forward, has a goal on the season. And the faceoff will come back down into the Wheeling Central end with off to Seth Mandel's glove side to his left. Pelock in on the faceoff with Maisie. Won by Pelock. Wheeling Central trying to clear it up the boards here, and they will as it hops over the stick of Young. Retreating all the way back into his defensive zone, back behind the goal. Looks over for Wilson and somebody to pass to on the breakout here for Morgantown, but great pressure by Wheeling Central, and bringing it back up for Morgantown is Aiden Shepard. Shepard try to move at the blue line, and he's going to stand up Vitlip and get the puck back momentarily for Morgantown at his own blue line. Intercepted by Pelock, who gets it over to Vitlip. Vitlip skates to the left side face-off circle. Tried a shot on goal. Goes all the way to the other side where Pelock picks it up, and it'll be intercepted. Big hit there in the corner on James Robbins. Wheeling Central takes it back over. Pelock throwing it towards the front of the net. And Hayden Vossen was right in the vicinity. Not able to get the stick on that one. But it forces Cox to freeze the puck. With 6:51 to go here in the first period. 1-0 in favor of Morgantown. Face off to the left of Cox. It's going to be Baker trying to battle in the corner, but coming away with that one is Jacob Hallander. Hallander gets it up to DiBartolomeo, who gets it over to Cox. Cox makes a move at the blue line. Cox still with the puck on his stick, gets it over to Hallander. Hallander trying to go behind the goal to DiBartolomeo. It's going to be intercepted, and back the other way comes Wheeling Central. Kerr trying to get to the face-off dot first, but they waved off the icing. Kerr over on the side. He's going to be stood up on the play, and bringing it back the other way is a 3-on-2 for Morgantown. It's Cox trying to get it over to Hallander, and it literally split the two forwards from Morgantown. Now Wheeling Central with a 2-on-2 back the other way. Dumping it into the left side corner is Baker. Being pressured by Vossen is James Robbins. Central with the puck again at the red line. Hatfield able to gain center red and will dump it to the court. And it takes a Bako bounce to Aiden Cooey, but he wasn't able to handle it, and back the other way comes Cox for Morgantown. He's going to gain the red line and dump it in where McMullen will get it back there. The freshman defenseman gets it over to Parker. Parker carrying up the right side, gets it to Cooey in the slot, and a blocker save made by Cox. Cortzis gets it behind the net, brings it out to Don Petrucci, who does a pass between his legs over to Justin Daffner. Daffner trying to get around McMullen. He does, into the near side corner in the Wheeling Central defensive zone. McMullen back over to the other side now. A battle of freshmen there in the corner between him and Don Petrucci. They played each other last year in the middle school championship game. Now the puck comes out to Cortzis from the blue line. Got tipped multiple times. It goes far wide of the Wheeling Central goal. Daffner back behind the net now. Has the puck looking out for Cortzis at the point. Cortzis throws it towards goal, and it just goes wide. And Morgantown not able to keep it into their own zone as Hatfield gets it with time as Morgantown had to tag up on the icing. Hatfield trying to go around several men. He does. Pelock picks it up, but it is offside. 4:48 to go here in the first period. Morgantown exploded here at the start with 5 of the game's first shots. And Weston Maisie found the back of the net for his 15th of the season from Nico Cortzis and Gino Valenti. Picking it up here for Wheeling Central is their captain, Zach Vitlip. Dumping it into the corner now. Pelock applying the pressure for Wheeling Central, comes away with the turnover. Puck now at the point, throw toward the goal. It's going to go to the right of the goaltender, Cox. Shepard can't clear the zone, and now they can, but it's going to go down for icing. With 4:24 to go here in the first period, faceoff will come to the blocker side right of the senior goaltender, Lincoln Cox. Coming into tonight's game, had a .901 save percentage and is undefeated on the season. Pelock losing the faceoff. It's going to be thrown all the way down. Valenti, though, has some time, and he gets to it. Tipped on goal by Maisie. I don't even think Maisie saw it. He just put his stick down and was able to get the tip on goal and Mandel, the freshman, up to the task. Shots now tied at 6. Don't forget, coming up next, 12:45 following this game. It'll be the Patriots of Wheeling Park taking on the Charleston Chiefs in our second semifinal game. The winner of that game will get the winner of this game. Vitlip coming into the corner, shot, save made by Cox, rebounds loose. Pelock able to grab it. He's going to be tripped up on the play, but it was a clean trip. Vitlip, the captain, into the slot, takes the shot, and a save made by Cox, and bodies come together in front of the net, and Lincoln Cox keeping his team in the game here on a big save there. And that's the thing. I mean, especially in high school hockey, you see a save percentage over 9. That's impressive. And Lincoln Cox showing why he has been the longtime starter on this Morgantown team. Pelock winning the faceoff, tries to get it over to the far boards, trying to get it there is Cooey. Throws it back towards the front of the goal, but it was on Pelock's backhand, and he was unable to get to it as Weston Maisie clears the zone here for Morgantown. Maisie, the goal scorer on the right side. He is going to be upended on the play. Also caught another edge as Pelock's going to throw it back up the boards, and it's going to go out of play into the Wheeling Central bench with 3:31 to go in the first period of play. I think Maddox Ochap made a nice little grab down there on the bench. Puck is going to go to the left of Seth Mandel, the glove side. Back in the Wheeling Central defensive zone. Bringing it up here for Wheeling Central is Braden Baker. Baker trying to get it over. Parker able to slip by the defender, but the puck was a little bit too hot to handle there and rolled off of his stick. And bringing it back up is Di Bartolomeo, getting it over to Cox, over to Hallander. Hallander on the far side, back to Cox. Cox bound to Hallander. Hallander has it in the far side faceoff dot. Has some pressure in front of him. Puck's going to be tipped initially and then shot on goal. Save made by Mandel. Rebound goes to the right. Hatfield trying to dump it back up the boards, but Smith's going to keep it in for Morgantown. Here's a tip try by Cox, and Mandel up to the task once again. This time it's going to skip over the stick of the sophomore Smith and go to center ice where Morgantown will pick it back up in Hallander. Hallander at the blue line, getting it down to the corner to Cox. Di Bartolomeo in a battle down there with McMullen. Bringing it back up is Wheeling Central. Burge is just going to drive this one forward, and it'll have a little too much, and we'll go for icing. 2:31 to go in the first period. 1-0 in favor of Morgantown. Shots on goal all tied at 8. So Hallander will take the face-off here against Logan Pelock. And winning it forward is Pelock to the captain, Vitlip. Vitlip creating some room on the left side. Odd angle shot, but I tell you what, he made that as hard as he could for Lincoln Cox. Cox able to make the glove save. Odd angle shot, but Vitlip put a ton on that. And Cox able to nab it there with the glove. Face-off coming to his blocker side right. Pelock and Cox in on the face-off. It's going to be won by Pelock, back to Hatfield. Hatfield throws it on goal, and it's going to be tipped by Pelock, but it's going to hit the netting and out of play, and we'll do this face-off once again. Should be from the left side. Oh, they're going to say it was out of... Oh, yeah, that's right, yeah, because it was tipped in front of the net into the netting. So, yes, the puck comes out. Once again, I'm Chris Thoburn, bringing you all the action here tonight. This morning, I don't even know what time it is. Here's the face-off won by Morgantown. Morgantown has definitely dominated the time of possession, but Wheeling Central out-shooting the Mohawks right now, 10-8 after that shot there by Vitlip. But Wheeling Central making the most of the opportunities when they do get the puck and getting a lot of pucks in front of Cox. Baker in on the face-off dot. He's going to take this one against Daffner. Daffner wins it back into the corner. Boston, it goes by him. And coming back the other way is Don Petrucci for Morgantown. Petrucci had multiple goals in the middle school championship last year, including the lacrosse or Michigan goal, whatever you want to call it, and then also put one between his legs into the back of the net. Boston trying to clear it up. It's going to roll on to Mandel, and he's going to decide to live to fight another day and go ahead and freeze this one. The face-off will be to his glove side left. 1:43 to go in the first period. Wheeling Central and Morgantown Here's a shot, and they're going to say no goal. It was right off of the face-off, but immediately the officials waved it off, and the face-off's going to come out to the right of Mandel. So I'm not sure what the call was going to be on this one. Let's see the replay here, and there was the goal initially by Aiden Shepard, the senior. I'm wondering if it was a false start on the face-off, because that's the only way that it would have the puck would have remained in the Wheeling Central defensive zone. So, folks, like I said, your guess is as good as mine, but I'm thinking that's what it was. Here's an opportunity for the captain, Valenti, here on the near side. Valenti, one-handed pass towards the front of the net. It's going to be cleared away by the Maroon Knights, but for them, it's going to go on goal, and it's going to be played by Cox. 1:20 and counting here in the first period. 1-0 Morgantown looking to strike again here on a 3-on-2. Back the other way, it's Cortzis. Getting it over to Valenti. Valenti trying to hit it forward. Intercepted momentarily by Cooey, who gets it to center ice and will dump it back in to his own offensive zone. Morgantown, though, with the puck as the captain, Valenti, bringing it back up here for the Mohawks. Valenti has it onto the right side. Going to be stood up by Connor Wood. Still has the puck all the way back behind the net to the far side. Gets it over to Shepard. Shepard being worked on there by Wood. Wood was tripped up as he came in for the hit. And trying to get the puck towards the front was Valenti, and he cannot, as we have a battle going on behind the net as well. Di Bartolomeo gets it out to Valenti. It's in the pads of Cooey, and he's finally able to get it. Tries to backhand it forward. Di Bartolomeo has it over on the far side. Gets it in front. Shepard not able to handle the pass. Here comes Wheeling Central back the other way, and they are going to have to ice it back down once again with 20.9 seconds to go here in the first period. So here's the big line of Hallander, Cox, and Di Bartolomeo. Di Bartolomeo has it in the far side corner. Has Cox there on the wing, unable to get it to him. Battle going on there. Down there, 3 Morgantown players in the vicinity and two Wheeling Central players, as they look like they're just going to be willing to run this clock out here, and they do. That'll wrap up the first period of play. 1-0 Morgantown on a goal by Weston Macy, his 15th of the season, from Nico Cortzis and Gino Valenti. You're listening to the West Virginia State Hockey Championships, presented by WVU Medicine.
My name is Ron Sismondo. I'm an orthopedic sports medicine surgeon at WVU Medicine Wheeling Hospital. So my goal is to never try to take you out of whatever you want to do. I'm not there to pull them off the field. Like, I'm not there to tell you, like, you can't go golfing or you can't do what you love doing and what you enjoy doing. My goal is to make sure that you're able to continue to do it and do it as best as you possibly can. You want to be out there. That's something that's important to you. That's part of your life.
3, 2, 1.
When life throws you a curveball, turn to Bill's Towing and Recovery, your Ohio Valley expert. Since 1981, Bill's has been the most trusted name in towing, roadside assistance, and fleet maintenance. Whether you're stuck on Route 250 or I-70, our 24/7 service ensures you help us just a phone call away. With partnerships from AAA to top auto insurance providers, we're ready to handle your needs swiftly and professionally. For reliable service day or night, trust Bill's Towing and Recovery.
3, 2, 1. tries to throw one on goal, stuck aside there by Mandel. Hatfield has it behind the net here in a battle with Hollander. Able to throw it up the boards is Hatfield, but a good keep there by Robbins. Robbins trying to backhand it forward. He cannot. Di Bartolomeo is able to retreat back to Smith in his own defensive zone, but a home run pass up to Hollander. Hollander able to stay on his feet. A shot on goal and a save made by Mandel, and he's able to flip it up into the glove, and a good thing because he had Cox barreling in there from that left face-off dot. Face-off will be to the right of Seth Mandel on his blocker side. Gino Valenti and Aiden Cooey in on the face-off here. Cortzis has it for Morgantown. Shot's going to be tipped on goal there by Valenti, but making the big stop there is Mandel. Central not able to clear the zone, but we are going to have a penalty call. We're going to have a high sticking coming up against Morgantown. It's going to be number 81, Aiden Shepard. Penalty comes at 16:06 of the second period. First power play of the night, first penalty of the game rather. And first power play opportunity here for Wheeling Central as Pelock into the face-off dot here. He's going to go up against Valenti. Hatfield's the near side point. Connor Wood over on the far side. Wood, the junior, 2 goals, 4 assists on the season, was named the game MVP last night in their victory over Lindsley. Hatfield gets it over to Pelock. Pelock looking back to the point to Hatfield. Hatfield has it in the slot. Shot and a save made as Cooey had a rebound opportunity, and it is going to be gobbled up by Lincoln Cox, and the faceoff will come out to his left. Just 14 seconds into the power play here for Wheeling Central. Pelock back into the dot. Tried to win it forward, but it's going to be picked up by Morgantown, but a good keep there by the assistant captain Hatfield for Wheeling Central, but then loses it, and it's going to be dumped down, and back behind the goal is going to go Connor Wood, being pressured by the freshman Dom Petrucci. Petrucci, 3 goals, 6 assists in his freshman campaign for the Mohawks. Pelock being pressured by Valenti. This is one thing I noticed about Morgantown. I only saw one video of them playing, but they like to put a lot of pressure in on that penalty kill. Back on the other side here. Here comes Vitlip. Check that. It's Cooey getting it out to the front there to Hatfield. Over on the far side. Shot and a save made by Cox. And getting it over is Parker. Gets it behind the net to Pelock. Pelock looking out front, and it's going to evade the stick of Connor Wood. And Mandel going to have to come out and play this one with Valenti pressuring Hatfield behind the goal. Hatfield able to sit it up. 45 seconds remaining here on the power play for Wheeling Central. The Maroon Knights trailing the Mohawks 1-0. 14:45 to go here in the second period. Dumping it back there is Pelock. Gets it to Hatfield. Hatfield gets it up the ice. It's going to be knocked off his stick initially, but getting it back over there is Burge. Gets it to Cooey. 3-on-2 back the other way. Cooey in the slot. Save made. Rebound denied. And on the far side is Burge as he's going to be hit hard into the boards. And Morgantown able to clear it with 14 seconds to go. If Wheeling Central wants to, they're going to have to hurry, but they could get one more rush here on the power play. 5 seconds remaining here as getting ready to come out of the box is Shepard. Hatfield gets it at the blue line. It's going to be tipped on the way in, goes into the far side corner, and getting that back there is James Robbins. Robbins, though, being intercepted by Vitlip. Vitlip going to the backhand and bounced off of the skate of Maddox Ochap, and back the other way comes Cox for Morgantown. Gets a shot on goal and a save made by Mandel. Rebound try by Shepard. He's going to be upended in the corner. Also another collision. A shot by Robbins and a save made by Mandel as Shepard runs over a Wheeling Central player. And now we have some pushing and shoving in front of the Wheeling Central net. Puck should come out to the right side corner, or to the right side face-off dot. It was Maddox Ochap that took the big hit after the whistle on by Shepard. You had all of Shepard's momentum going, and then Ochap tried to step in there. though. They are going to move it to the left side. They're going to move it to the left side of Seth Mandel. And on the face-off, Jacob Hollander. And it will be the captain Vitlip for Wheeling Central. Face-off's going to be won by Vitlip momentarily, but DiBartolomeo over to get it on the far side. Face-off dot over to Hollander. DiBartolomeo has it again, stick handling, gets Hollander behind the net. Hollander looking for somebody to pass to, decides to go back to DiBartolomeo. Tried to throw it back behind the net, but nobody home for Morgantown as Mullen trying to go up the boards. DiBartolomeo intercepts it again. DiBartolomeo tries to get through the face-off dot, but it's going to be intercepted and brought back the other way, 1-on-2 by Maddox. Ochap throws it on goal. Cox was trying to clear it off to the corner, but Ochap was coming down in and regains possession for Wheeling Central. Burge in a battle, though. He loses it to Hollander. Hollander bringing it back the other way here for Morgantown. Pelock, the center, back checking on that play, able to get it out of harm's way, and then Morgantown dumping it right back in, but having time back there is Grady Mullen, the junior for Wheeling Central. Mullen throws it up off the boards. Vossen able to tip it just past the red line to be able to negate the icing, and controlling it back behind the net there is Cameron Smith. Smith throws it up to DiBartolomeo, and it'll be dumped back in here by Wheeling Central after an interception at neutral ice. Cortis trying to clear it up the boards, and he does. Cox in a one-on-one battle with McMullen. McMullen tried to hit it off of one of his forwards, and back the other way comes Hollander, 1-on-2. He has Cox, a shot and a save made by Mandel. So unfortunately for Wheeling Central, there was a turnover at center ice, and then it led to a 2-on-3 back the other way, but Morgantown able to get off a pretty quality shot. 12:14 remaining in the second period, 1-0 in favor of the Mohawks. Shots on goal all tied at 13. Face-off won by the Mohawks. It's going to be hit in front. Couldn't quite catch the number on that one. It's whoever's in front that had an opportunity there. That was Daffner. But bringing it back the other way is Wheeling Central. Puck's going to go off the skate of a Morgantown defender. No icing. Central able to pick it back up. Vossen in front. A shot and a save made by Cox. And back the other way comes Morgantown. It's going to be number 16, Lucas Wilson. Wilson gets it over into the far side corner. Being stood up by Hatfield. And we're going to have a trip in front of the net. Didn't catch the number on who it was going to be. I think it's going to be number 36, Braden Baker. So it'll be a tripping on Baker at 11:45 of the second period. It'll be the first power play of the night for Morgantown. Face off to the right of Mandel. Hollander wins it back to Cortis. Looking over for Valenti. A shot on goal, and it's going to be tipped there by Connor Wood. Cortis now has it at the top of the point again. Tries to throw it on goal. Goes off to the right. Valenti regains possession for Morgantown. Cortis at the top of the point again. Shot! And Mandel saw it all the way and makes the easy save. Face-off more likely will come out to the left here of Mandel. Maisie will come in on the face-off dot now. He has Hollander to his right, Shepard to his left. Corsis and Valenti are the defensemen out there on this power play for Morgantown. Hollander has it on the far side, gets it out to the front to Cortis. Cortis tries to get it back to Valenti, who throws it on goal, never made it. Shepard with an opportunity in the slot, and he is going to be upended on the play. And he is still down, able to get up on his own power as Morgantown continues the power play in their own zone. Cortis over to Valenti, shot, and the save was made, and the referee lost sight of the puck. And the whistle has blown. 1:17 remaining here on the power play for the Mohawks. And Mandel coming up big. Pelock and Burge now into the game for Wheeling Central. Cox, Hollander, Shepard, Valenti, and Cortis out there for Morgantown. Shepard loses the puck initially, gets it back to Cortes, who has it tipped away by Hatfield. Hollander goes back behind the net, decides to turn to his backhand, gets it out to Cortes in the slot. A shot just over the crossbar. Valenti gets it at the blue line, dumps it down into the corner to Hollander. Hollander gets it back out to Valenti. Valenti thought about shooting, gets into the slot, goes to the backhand. Save made by Mandel, and this one's going to be cleared all the way down by the Maroon Knights. And the defense is going to go off for a change here, but they're going to have to hurry as Mullen and McMullen back into the game here. Another opportunity for Valenti. Valenti thought about going to his backhand, being pressured by McMullen. Gets it out to DiBartolomeo, who shoots it wide of the net. And an opportunity in front for Hollander. Puck comes back out to DiBartolomeo. DiBartolomeo gets around one man. Toe drags to the front to Valenti. Shot doesn't make it on goal. Great stop there by Mullen. And now DiBartolomeo over on the far side. Gets it out to Shepard. Shepard back on over to Cox. A shot. And it goes up and over the net. And we're going to have a penalty called in front of the goal. And it's going to be a cross-checking call against Morgantown and Jacob Hollander. So we'll skate 4-on-4 for 6 seconds. At the 9:51 mark of the second period. So 6 seconds of 4-on-4 before Baker is released from the box and be a power play for Wheeling Central. Cooey able to win the faceoff back to Vitlip, but it's going to be stolen away by DiBartolomeo, who has his pocket pick from behind. Wheeling Central now on the power play as Cooey gets it into his offensive zone. 2-on-1 back the other way. Cooey in front. He's going to be up and shot. They score! Nope. They're going to call this one back. This one will be called back more than likely because of the net coming off. So the net came off before Vitlip put it in the back. And we'll still have 1:44 of power play time remaining. Actually, the net stayed on. I think they're going to call goaltender interference. Like I said, folks, your guess is as good as mine on that one. Puck is going to be dumped up there by Cox. He's in a foot race with Wood, and he initially got to it first, and then him and Wood went down on the ice, and bringing it back the other way is Vitlip for Wheeling Central. Over across the blue line, Vitlip with possession, going to be upended on the play. DiBartolomeo can't clear the zone. Pelock in the corner, digs it out there for Wheeling Central, gets it up to Hatfield. Hatfield at the right side point, goes down into the face-off dot. Hatfield, toe drags back, throws one towards goal. It's stopped initially. Vitlip with a big slap shot, and it's going to go wide. Connor Wood able to keep it in the zone for Wheeling Central. Dumps it off into the corner, throws it towards goal, goes all the way across crease, nobody home. Hatfield picking it up for Wheeling Central. Gets it down into the corner. That was Pelock. Wood with an opportunity, a shot and a save made as Cooey was on the doorstep and decides to give a shove to DiBartolomeo, and unfortunately for him, he's going to pay for it as they're going to even this one up, and we're going to skate 4-on-4 for 53 seconds. I think we're going to have another cross-check upcoming against Cooey. So both teams 0 for 1 on the power play so far. Dom Petrucci in against Bodie Burge. So they did call the cross-check on Cooey. Petrucci has the puck go through his legs, but bringing it back the other way is Smith. Cameron Smith, sophomore defenseman, playing forward here on this 4-on-4 with Dom Petrucci, the freshman. Hatfield being pressured by Petrucci behind the net. Hatfield trying to carry it up. Almost had his pocket picked, but it's a 3-on-2 back the other way for Wheeling Central. Hatfield with the shot's going to go all the way into the corner to Connor Wood. Wood able to dump it in front. Wood still has possession at the top of the face-off circle. Tries to go over to Hatfield. Hatfield gets it on his stick and a shot and a save made there by Lincoln Cox. Even up the shots with exactly 8 minutes to go here in the second period. Well, that shot actually went towards Morgantown. Should have gone towards Wheeling Central, so it's actually 17-16 officially. There we go, 16-16. It happens. Especially, you know, when you get to a playoff game and sometimes it's like, all right, wait a minute, who's home and away? You know, this being Wheeling Central's home rink. Probably so used to putting it on the home side. Morgantown has possession behind their own goal. They are officially now on the power play, abbreviated power play for 102. Valenti has it here on the near side corner. Puck's going to go over to the far side, and it's going to go harmlessly to the corner as Cortzis picks it up at the blue line for Morgantown. Cortzis looking over to the far side, and a shot by Shepard and a save made by Mandel. And able to dump this one out of there is Vitlip, as Pelock applying the pressure rather to Hollander. Hollander catches an edge down there, and Pelock able to bury the puck in the corner momentarily. It's a 3-on-1 in the corner. Great job there by Pelock, trying to keep that puck there. I mean, he probably killed about 10-15 seconds. He's still killing it down there. And bringing it back the other way is Shepard for Morgantown. Has some room, gets to the blue line, dumps it into the corner, avoids a check there from McMullen, and getting it on the other side is Mullen. Morgantown keeping it back in. Shepard can't handle the around the boards pass, but getting it there is Maisie. Kicks the pass up to Cortzis. Cortzis dumping it in. Goes off of a stick of a Wheeling Central player, and now Pelock has it on his forehand and will dump it down to where Cortzis gets it in the neutral zone. Power play is over for Morgantown, so both teams 0 for 2 on the night as Shepard tries to dump it down into the corner here. Hollander just fresh out of the box, picking it up. Cox gets it over on the far side to Shepard. Shepard fans on the shot. 2-on-2 back the other way. 3-on-2 if Wheeling Central can hurry. Vitlip, the captain, with the shot, and he roots it up over the crossbar. And DiBartolomeo bringing it back the other way here for Morgantown. Cooey able to get it at the red line, and his man is offsides after being dumped on that play. That was the captain, Vitlip. And now Wheeling Central gets back on sides. Valenti, though, has the pass intercepted by Cooey, goes between his legs. DiBartolomeo picks it up for Morgantown, rather. 5:54 and counting here in the second period. Morgantown, an early goal, just 38 seconds into the game. They have a 1-0 lead as Wheeling Central ices the puck on the play. Face-off will come to the left as the glove side of Mandel, who has stopped 16 shots on the night, 16 of 17 shots. And then Lincoln Cox, all 16 shots that have come his way, he's been able to turn aside. Shot up on the defensive line, hit around the boards there by Connor Wood. And picking it up there for Wheeling Central is going to be Brady Kerr, who tried to hit a home run pass up to Vossen. Vossen and Baker giving shakes. Back the other way comes Cox for Morgantown. Cox has it at the red line, goes over the blue line to DiBartolomeo, who has it knocked off his stick there by Hayden Vossen. And picking it back up is DiBartolomeo. DiBartolomeo has it in front, decides to hit it around the boards. Foot race for the puck between Wood and Hollander. Hollander able to grab him momentarily, kicks it out to Cox. Cox looking to gain the slot. He does. A shot, and he scores! Cooper Cox from Hollander, and Morgantown takes a 2-0 lead. Just all the patience there from Cox, and he's able to beat Mandel on the glove side for his 30th goal of the season. And then Hollander will get one assist. So that will be the lone assist is Hollander. And Morgantown has extended their lead to 2-0. Burge trying to bring it back in and get the pressure going here for Wheeling Central as Morgantown clears the zone, skates over the center red. That's Daffner being stood up on the play by Hatfield. Puck goes into the corner, and getting it there is Lucas Wilson. Wilson trying to dump it into the quarter to Helen. It's picked off there by Hatfield and dumped forward to Brody Burge. 3-on-2 back the other way for Wheeling Central, but standing him up on the defensive play was Smith, and then Hatfield dumping a Morgantown player before the puck got to the blue line. And picking it up there is Parker, who's going to be knocked off the puck by Robbins. Hitting really starting to pick up out there between Morgantown and Wheeling Central after the Mohawks took a 2-0 lead. Puck's going to go over the crossbar and is going to be controlled behind the net here by Hatfield. Hatfield picking it up, tries to go for the home run pass, and it's going to be icing on the play. 3:51 to go here in the second period. 2-0 in favor of Morgantown. Face-off will be to the right of goaltender Seth Mandel, the freshman. It'll be Valenti and Pelock. Pelock blocks the shot there, tries to flip it forward to Fitlip. He has a step on the defender, coming in all alone. Shot and 2 saves made by Cox as Maddox Ochap had the rebound there and was unable to get it past Cox as he was sprawled out on the ground and grabbed it with the left pad. Here's a try by Shepard. Down the other way, goes wide of the goal, and getting it back behind there is Mullen, and we're going to have a tripping call upcoming here against Wheeling Central. It'll be the freshman Maddox Ochap. They're actually going to give him the slash on that one. Third power play opportunity for Morgantown. Here's a shot by Valenti. It was tipped in initially. Rebound, and what a save by Mandel. As you have a few of the Wheeling Nailers players are down there getting warmed up for their game, and they were pounding on the glass after that one. What a save made by Mandel. And ironically, I think one of them was Taylor Gauthier down there, the goaltender for the Wheeling Nailers, so you know he really appreciates that save. Burge, trying to bring it back down the other way. He cannot. Mullen gets it and will swing it all the way around the boards. Cortis not able to get to it for the Mohawks. He's going to have to retreat all the way back behind his own goal as the power play continues for Morgantown. Under 3 minutes to go in the second period. 2-0 in favor of the Mohawks. Hollander gets it over to Valenti, who was trying to slip it down to Maisie. Maisie tried to flip it back up the boards. The point man wasn't there. It's Cortis, but he's able to get to the puck. Get it over to Shepard, and Valenti, the captain, will re-enter the zone once again. But Vitlip, the combination of Vitlip and Burge, a beautiful play there as they're able to clear the zone, and DiBartolomeo has to retreat for Morgantown. Maisie re-enters the offensive zone for the Mohawks. Maisie with the puck on his backhand, has his pocket picked. Wheeling Central coming back shorthanded, and it's Cooey. Cooey trying to get it over to Parker, and it flips up over top of his stick. Cooey, though, with possession at the goal line. Cooey still on his forehand, and a shot save made by Cox. And 2 good opportunities there on the penalty kill for Wheeling Central. Mohawks try to bring it back the other way, but Hatfield has the interception. He has room going up the far side boards. Hatfield into the zone, into the slot, and it got past Cox, but he was able to steer it aside far enough as DiBartolomeo tries another rush here for Morgantown. Cox trying to dump it into the zone. McMullen will clear it here for Wheeling Central. All the way down. Cox getting it behind his goal. He has 20 seconds left here on his power play. Cox trying to go up. He hits Daffner. Daffner coming in 2-on-1. Daffner tried to free up Petrucci, and he couldn't. Petrucci has it in the corner, gets it out to the top of the point here to DiBartolomeo. DiBartolomeo, shot, he scores! John DiBartolomeo, his 20th of the season, 51st point of the season from DiBartolomeo, and Morgantown has now taken a 3-0 lead. Have to wait for the assist on that one. So Hank Wilson and Cox both going to pick up an assist on that one, as Morgantown's also going to pick up a penalty. So Cox, with his second point of the night, has a goal and an assist now. And tending to the box for Morgantown is going to be the junior James Robbins. Be a cross-checking call against Robbins. This comes at 1:05. That Morgantown power play goal was scored with 5 seconds remaining on the power play. Wheeling Central now 0 for 2 on the night. Here's Cooey in front, he shot, he scores! Aiden Cooey on the power play. Puts in his 11th of the season, and Wheeling Central cuts the deficit to 2. Cooey just got it on his stick, and there was no chance there for the goaltender Cox. And Cooey, his 11th of the season on the power play at 52 seconds. It's still 3-1. But Wheeling Central starting to chip away at that lead. So Zach Vitlip and Connor Wood each picking up an assist there on the power play goal by Cooey. So back-to-back power play goals. First one for Morgantown, second one for Wheeling Central. And we're going to have a penalty coming up here against the captain, Valenti. Initial call from the official is going to be holding. Time of that penalty is 23 seconds. Wheeling Central 1 for 3 on the power play. And they have another opportunity here to bring this one within 1. It'll be Pelock and Shepard in on the faceoff here. Morgantown able to clear it right off the bat here. Hatfield has an opportunity for Wheeling Central to get one rush before the end of this period. Aiden Cooey, the goal scorer, he's going to dump it into the corner. Foot race for the puck now. Morgantown able to get to it, but then Cooey intercepts, tries to dump it forward, evades the stick of Vitlip, and Hatfield's just going to dump it back in front of the goal, and that's going to wrap up the second period of play, 3-1 in favor of the Mohawks. You're listening to the West Virginia State Championships, presented by WVU Medicine.
My name is Ron Sismondo. I'm an orthopedic sports medicine surgeon at WVU Medicine Wheeling Hospital. So my goal is to never try to take you out of whatever you want to do. I'm not there to pull them off the field. Like, I'm not there to tell you, like, you can't go golfing or you can't do what you love doing and what you enjoy doing. My goal is to make sure that you're able to continue to do it and do it as best as you possibly can. You want to be out there. That's something that's important to you. That's part of your life.
3, 2, 1,
When life throws you a curveball, turn to Bill's Towing and Recovery, your Ohio Valley expert. Since 1981, Bill's has been the most trusted name in towing, roadside assistance, and fleet maintenance. Whether you're stuck on Route 250 or I-70, our 24/7 service ensures you help is just a phone call away. With partnerships from AAA to top auto insurance providers, we're ready to handle your needs swiftly and professionally. For reliable service day or night, trust Bill's Towing and Recovery.
3, 2, 1.
I meet people every single day who are dealing with injury, dealing with a loss of a loved one, who are dealing with a situation in their darkest hour. Fortunately, I get to be a part of that story. I get to help them work through that problem. The Stuckey Firm is here for you to provide you the resources and experience that you need to get back on your feet.
We're Panhandle cleaning and restoration, and we're gonna save you. We've got it down to a science, an absolute state of art. We do it all, restoration, cleaning, and reconstruction. When disaster strikes, just pick up the phone. We're Panhandle cleaning and restoration, and we're gonna save you.
For over 4 decades, the health plan is called West Virginia Home. It all started with a vision to serve our community with pride and integrity. We've grown alongside West Virginia, becoming part of its fabric. We've been here through thick and thin, supporting local families and businesses. Because at the health plan, we don't just work here, we live here. Proudly serving West Virginia since 1979. Your trusted partner in the community. The health plan. Here for you.
you're a sky, 'cause you're a sky full of stars. I'm gonna give you my heart. 'Cause you're a sky, 'cause you're a sky full of stars. 'Cause you light up the path. I don't care.
Morgantown and Wheeling Central. Weston Maisie got things started at 16:22 of the first period, his 15th of the season from Cortzis and Valenti to give Morgantown a 1-0 lead. We headed to the second period where Cooper Cox found the back of the net for the 30th time this season, and that was assisted by Jacob Hollander at 5:06 to give Morgantown a 2-0 lead. John DiBartolomeo extended the lead with his 20th of the season from Wilson and Cox at 1:29 to make it 3-0 in favor of Morgantown, and that goal was on the power play, and then Wheeling Central answering back with a power play goal of their own. Aiden Cooey, his 11th of the season from Zach Vitlip and Connor Wood at 1:05 to make it 3-1 in favor of Morgantown. As we head to the third period here, the Mohawks are on the penalty kill as the puck is dumped in right off of the faceoff, and Pelock skates back there for Wheeling Central, getting set to bring it up from the goal line. Vitlip can't handle the pass, but Pelock able to grab it, gets it over to Hatfield, who will tip it over to Pelock. Hatfield has it at the top of the blue line. Pelock kicks it down to Vitlip. Vitlip over to Hatfield, back over to Pelock. They're trying to get a decent shot here on the power play. Puck is going to be blocked initially, and then dumping it forward there for Morgantown was number 15, Cooper Cox. Has a goal and an assist on the game here tonight for the Mohawks as Wheeling Central bringing it back up, and they gain the blue line and will dump it into the corner where pressuring there is Rowan Parker. Parker over to Cooey, goes cross crease, and will be backhanded back in by Pelock. 35 seconds remaining here on the power play for Wheeling Central, 3-1 in favor of Morgantown. Puck's being battled for in the corner. 2-on-2 down there in the corner. Hollander also down there with Cortzis, kicks it back out, but it goes to Hatfield. Here's a shot, and it'll be blocked up into the netting. I believe that was Hollander getting his body in front of that one. Face-off is going to come to the left of Cox. Maisie in on the draw here with Pelock. Pelock, the left-hander. Maisie, the right-hander. Face-off's going to be won by Wheeling Central. Ochap ran into his own man here, but able to go back in front of the net. It's Burge. Burge all the way over to Wood. Wood doesn't catch it cleanly, but able to get it over to Hatfield. Hatfield dumping it down into the corner as Ochap gets it on the backhand and will whip it around the net to Pelock. Power play is over, and we are back to even strength. Ochap throwing it towards the goal, goes wide. Pelock trying to pick it up there. He'll be run into by Valenti. Kicks it back into the corner to Ochap, and what a defensive play there by Smith. Trying to get it up the boards, but Wheeling Central able to keep it in, and getting it there is Robbins for Morgantown. He's going to dump it forward. It's going to come all the way back out to center ice where Hatfield will dump it back in here for Wheeling Central. Maroon Knights bringing the pressure again. Burge able to evade a hit there of Smith, and getting him back behind the net is the captain Valenti, and he's just going to dump it up the glass to Hatfield, who gets it at center ice, and then he'll dump it back in. Smith going to leave it off for Robbins behind their own goal, kicking it out to Valenti. Valenti looking for somebody to pass to, nobody home, so he just throws it up the boards, and Grady Mullen will retreat back for Wheeling Central. Vossen tried to get into the corner. Pass going to be intercepted. DiBartolomeo over to Valenti. A shot and a save made by Mandel as Connor Wood picking up the puck again for Wheeling Central. Valenti trying to dump it down to the corner. Pocket's going to be picked, and it's going to be picked this time by Kerr. Kerr coming into center ice, evades a hit. Kerr still has it along the goal line, tried to throw it towards goal, and it got deflected away from the net, and back the other way comes Morgantown. It's going to be Shepard kicking it up to DiBartolomeo. DiBartolomeo trying to get it around the corner, and it's going to be tipped off of his stick back out to center ice where Cortzis will take it for Morgantown. Cox gets it back to Cortzis. Cortzis has some room, gets it over on the far side to D. Bartolomeo. He's going to tip it forward to Howlander, who well overshoots the net. And back the other way comes Wheeling Central, but then Morgantown regaining possession in the neutral zone. Big hit thrown over there on the corner, and it's a foot race for the puck. Parker trying to get in, and he is going to be upended by Cortzis, but not legally, and it'll be a power play upcoming here for Wheeling Central. Fifth power play opportunity of the night for Wheeling Central. This one coming with 13:24 remaining in the third period. So it will be 2 minutes for holding against Cortzis. And the puck's going to be dumped down by Cooey, but Wheeling Central is going to ice it here on the power play. Connor Wood was trying to go for the home run pass, and nobody was home, so the faceoff will come out to the left of Mandel. Wheeling Central with 1:48 remaining on the power play. Morgantown out shooting the Maroon Knights 22-20. Wood controls the faceoff, goes behind the goal there. He's going to be pressured by Hollander. Whiffs on the pass and is able to pick it back up as Morgantown giving him plenty of room to skate out. Gets it over to Pelock. Pelock trying to go towards goal, goes behind the net. Pelock on his backhand, switches over to the forehand, gets it into the near side face-off circle, back to Hatfield. Back to Pelock in the near side face-off circle, throws it through the crease, and Connor Wood able to get it on the far side boards. Hatfield now on the near side boards, throws it towards the net. Shot, save, and a rebound by Parker, and a save made again by Lincoln Cox as he makes his 20th and 21st save of the night. Rowan Parker, 5 goals, 4 assists on the season for the freshman from Wheeling Central, and he was right on the doorstep. Burge will take the face-off. He'll have Ochap over to his right, Vitlip to his left. Connor Wood has it on his defensive stick, over to Hatfield. Hatfield, the assistant captain, kicks it back over to Wood, who couldn't control the pass, and hits it high up off the glass, and trying to get it back over to Burge, and it's going to be taken possession there by Cameron Smith, and he's going to dump it the length of the ice where Hatfield retreats behind his own goal and looking to set this one up again with under 50 seconds to go on the power play for Wheeling Central. 12:09 remaining in the first period, or third period rather, I stand corrected. Hatfield with a shot and a save made as Don Petrucci trying to bring it back the other way here for Morgantown. He's going to be upended on the play by Hatfield, and Hatfield's going to turn and hurry it back right into their offensive zone. Hatfield has it on his forehand, dumping it down into the corner to Vitlip. It went over his stick and all the way down where Mullen retreats all the way in his own face-off circle, gets it over to Hatfield. Hatfield going to dump it in off of the stick of Vitlip. Retreating there is Robbins for Morgantown. He's going to dump it up the boards to the freshman Nate McMullen. McMullen has it on his stick, gets it over onto the right side to Baker, and he'll kick it over to Burge at the blue line. Burge looking, shot, save made, power play over. Back the other way, coming is Vitlip. Vitlip has it on his backhand, being pressured by the freshman Petrucci. It got deflected in front of the net by Ochap. Kicks it back out to Vitlip, tries to go, goes off the side of the goal, and will kick back to Vitlip over in the far side corner. Vitlip has it on his backhand, flips it over to Burge. 2-on-1 for Wheeling Central in their own zone, and a great defensive play there by Smith. Burge still has it on his stick, gets it out to McMullen. McMullen, stick handling at the blue line, kicks it down behind the goal, and it's going to be picked up there by the captain Valenti for Morgantown. He's just going to flip it up the boards, and he'll go off the foot of Grady Mullen, who dumps it back into Cooey. Cooey's in one-on-one, goes to the backhand, and a save made by Cox. What a play there by Grady Mullen to free up Aiden Cooey, who stayed on sides and then went in, and Cox was looking for the backhand the entire way, and he makes the save. 10:36 to go here in the third period. Wheeling Central trailing Morgantown 3-1, but out shooting the Mohawks 23-22. Cooey with another opportunity on his backhand. He's the lone goal scorer tonight for Wheeling Central. Kicks it over to Parker behind the goal. Parker, the right-hander, trying to go back in front of the net. Nobody home. Pelock picks it up in the corner, throws it towards the goal, save made by Cox, and DiBartolomeo and Hollander coming back the other way for Morgantown. Hollander hasn't knocked off of his stick, but right there for Morgantown is Hank Wilson. Wilson trying to dump it back in, and he does. Hollander in a foot race here, goes one-on-one with Mandel, and he is going to be tripped up on the play. And they're going to call it a slash. And this is going to go against Connor Wood for the slash. Fourth power play opportunity for Morgantown. They are 1 for 3 on the power play here tonight. Valenti with a shot. Save made by Mandel initially. He couldn't control the rebound, but Hollander does. Back out to Valenti. Shot! And it goes off of the side of the goal. And now Hollander has it behind the net. Tries to free up Valenti on the other side. And another save made by Mandel. Pressure continues for Morgantown. Hollander has it at the face-off dot. Hollander looking for somebody to pass to. Goes back behind the net to Valente. Out to Hollander. Hollander out to the point now to Cortzis. Here's a shot. Goes way over top of the net. And now it's going to be played in the corner here by Hollander. Hollander out to Shepard. A shot and a save made by Mandel. What pressure there on the power play for Morgantown. And it was Shepard getting a nice shot off there, but Mandel was up to the task. Face off to the right here of Mandel rather. It was won by Hollander. Cortzis gets it over to Valenti. Here's a shot, and able to keep it in the trapper there was Mandel. And now the face-off will come to his left with 9:14 remaining here in the third period. 1:12 remaining here on the power play for Morgantown. Cox had it in the corner to Valenti, back to Cox, gets it in front to Hollander, over to Shepard, who tips it forward to Cortzis, back to Shepard. Shepard with a shot, goes off the goalpost, rebound! Diving stop there by Mandel, as Cortzis was right there for the rebound, and Mandel able to get it into the glove there, and making another huge stop for Wheeling Central. Six guys on the ice there for Morgantown. Now they have the personnel that they want. Here's DiBartolomeo from the point position. Like I said, he could play both defense and forward. Over to Cox. Cox with a shot. It's going to go up high over the net. Shepard controls it behind his own goal to Hollander. Hollander has it behind the net. Kicks it out to DiBartolomeo. Gets it over into the corner now to Cox. Back down to Hollander. Trying to kick it back out to Cox. Gets it back over to Hollander. Hollander wants another position down there on the ice. Wilson at the top of the point now. Over to DiBartolomeo on the blue line. Trying to kick it down into the corner. Pass was too hot there for Cox, but Hollander gets it. Looking out towards the front. Here's a shot, and it goes wide. Hollander couldn't get the rebound, but Cox does in the right side circle. DiBartolomeo kicks it over now. It's going to be blocked. Here comes Wheeling Central back the other way. There's only 5 seconds remaining, so they can have a shot here. Hatfield tries to get it over to Ochap. He's going to be upended on the play by DiBartolomeo. And back the other way comes Cox for Morgantown. Here's the stop by Connor Wood. Hits it right into the body of Hollander. Hollander not able to get a shot on net. And back the other way comes Wheeling Central. It's Ochap. Kicking it over to Hatfield. One-on-one with DiBartolomeo. Gets it over to Ochap. In the right side circle. Puck's loose in front. And getting it is Shepard, and coming back 2-on-1 the other way. Shepard has Cox with him. Tries to take a shot. Mandel makes the save. And will bring it back in. And freeze it with 7:31 to go here in the third period. 3-1 Morgantown. The Mohawks with 27 shots. Wheeling Central with 24. Face off to the left of Mandel. It's going to be one forward here by Helen. Picked up by the captain, Valenti. And back the other way comes P-Lock for Wheeling Central. Gets it to Cooey, who got behind the defense, but he was caught back up there by number 21, Justin Daffner. Don Petrucci coming back the other way for Morgantown. Petrucci into the slot, couldn't get the shot off, and then he does. And the save made by Mandel. Valenti coming back the other way for Wheeling Central. Connor Wood and Petrucci all tied up. And Don Petrucci going to get called on this one for a hook. Penalty coming at 7:03 of the third period. Be a hooking call. And we will have a timeout here. I'm not sure if Morgantown or Wheeling Central called that one. I think it's going to be Wheeling Central. 6 power play opportunity there, 1 for 5. And as PA announcer Scott Holt just said, Wheeling Park and Charleston will follow this game. They're slated for a 12:45 face-off. I don't think we're quite going to get that 12:45 face-off, though. Probably be a little bit after. But that's okay, because the Pittsburgh Penguins affiliate, the Wheeling Nailers, take on the Philadelphia Flyers affiliate, the Reading Royals, tonight. But that face-off's not till 7 o'clock. Isaac Basinger will join you tomorrow for Championship Sunday. Winner of this game and the winner of our next semifinal. Also have the middle school championship and the middle school round robin game. Middle school, high school championship, high school third place game, and then a round robin game for the middle school with there only being 3 teams. P-Lock in the face-off dot here for Wheeling Central. He's going to lose it here on the start of the power play, but P-Lock able to get it back. P-Lock comes back in from behind the goal, gets it over to Cooey. Cooey trying to stuff it in from the side, and Cox was up to the task. Hatfield at the top of the blue line tries to dump it in, and we have a battle going on in front of the net. I can't tell if the net's off or not. Hatfield has it at the blue line for Wheeling Central. Big battle going on in front of the net there with Cooey and number 17, James Robbins. Central still maintaining possession of the puck, gets it out to Hatfield, kicks it over to Vitlip. Vitlip looking for Hatfield. Here's a shot, and it went off the post. And Hatfield gets it on his backhand at the blue line. Hatfield gets it down into the corner to P-Lock. Robbins and Cooey still battling there in the slot. Hatfield able to keep it in. Vitlip has it. Tips on, goal shot, they score! Aiden Cooey with his second of the night and 12th of the season, and Central strikes again on the power play. Once again, gonna have to wait on the official assist on that one because it was tipped about 3 or 4 times going into the goal. So I'm not sure who will get credit for the assist, but Aiden Cooey, back-to-back goals for Wheeling Central. So Vitlip and Hatfield are going to be the 2 that get the assist there. Thank you for bearing with me there, folks, because like I said, it got deflected about 3 or 4 times on the way. So 5:53 to go here in this one. It is now a 1-goal game. Wheeling Central trailing Morgantown 3-2. Face off to the right of Mandel. Valenti in on the face-off dot with Burge. Wins it back on the play there. Mullen in a battle with the captain. Valenti, and a shot out front by Maisie, and a save made by Mandel. What a quick bang-bang play that was. Valenti to Maisie, and Mandel up to the task. Back the other way comes Wheeling Central. Here's Burge. Burge trying to go through the middle of the defense. Burge gets the puck back. It's going to be Grady Mullen with a shot and a save made by Cox. Puck is cleared over to the corner, but kept in by Wheeling Central. Parker in the corner now with a battle with Wilson. Ochap now joins in. Gets it back out. Grady Mullen dumps it back into the corner on his backhand. Ochap trying to get it out front. He does, and a shot goes wide of Cox here. Hayden Vossen not able to keep it in for Wheeling Central. And back the other way comes Morgantown. It's going to go out to Valenti. Hatfield able to get it back behind the goal. Here comes Hatfield up on the rush. One Wheeling Central player went down, but is able to get back into the play as Vossen dumps it into the corner over to Kerr. Kerr looking. Morgantown player loses an edge right in front of the puck, and it's a battle between Baker and Cortis in the corner. Joining in there is Kerr. You also have Shepard and Valenti. And Valenti, the captain, able to get it back out as we have some pushing and shoving in the corner between Kerr and Cortis. Shepard with the shot, and it's going to be a high riser over the crossbar. Vossen tries to play it off in the corner, trying to use his feet down there. It pops back out to Hollander momentarily, and now Baker in a foot race with DiBartolomeo. DiBartolomeo using all of that big frame, and it's going to be a penalty upcoming here against Wheeling Central as Baker took out the legs of DiBartolomeo. Hollander has it back there for Morgantown. They're just trying to play keep away and trying to milk some of this clock as they're going to go on the power play. Hollander dumping it up forward. Here's an opportunity for Cortis, who carries it across the blue line. Cortis tried to drop it back to his captain, Valenti, and he is going to be upended by Hatfield. And we're going to have a trip upcoming here. So Baker So we're going to actually have two penalties here against Wheeling Central. I know we have a board in there somewhere. So we have the board coming up. Then I'll have to wait on the other call. So it's going to be Hatfield is one of the ones in the box, and Baker. So the mountain gets taller here for Wheeling Central as they're going to have to not only try to kill off a 4-on-3 or a 5-on-3. There's 3 Wheeling Central players in the box right now. So we're going to have to sort all this out. As Cooey's going to come over and have a conversation with the officials. 3:47 to go here in the third period. 3-2 in favor of Morgantown. So Zeke Burkle has also gone into the box, but was not on the ice. Probably going to have to wait for PA announcer Scott Holt on this one, folks, to get all the calls for you. But nonetheless, Wheeling Central down by 1. And if they want to return to the state championship game, they're going to have to try to score 5-on-3. More than likely, I have a feeling Mandel's going to be coming out of the net here at some time, even though they are shorthanded. So it'll be Parker, Mullen. Is that Burge down there? Nope. That is a left-hander, so that would not be Burge. Get that other number out there for Wheeling Central here momentarily. So we have a holding call on Baker. So Hatfield has a 10-minute misconduct. That's why Burkle's in the box. DiBartolomeo with a shot. Backhand save made by Mandel. So it is a 2 minutes for boarding on Hatfield and a 10-minute misconduct, and Braden Baker 2 minutes for holding. And all those penalties coming at 3:47. Morgantown 6th power play opportunity here. DiBartolomeo has it at the point. Here's a shot, and it's going to go wide. Hollander has it behind the net, kicks it out to Shepard. Shepard's shot goes off the goalpost as Bitlip trying to pressure him. 3 minutes to go here in this one. DiBartolomeo, he's going to be stood up on the play by Pelock, who's able to get it out. Another thing for Wheeling Central is you've lost Hatfield for the rest of regulation. If Wheeling Central is able to get one back on the board, you could potentially get him back in overtime. But right now, they're going to have to be playing without the services of Hatfield. Senior defenseman also has an assist here tonight. Hollander goes around, and a shot saved there by Mandel, and the puck's going to be cleared down again. So with the pressure Morgantown's having, Wheeling Central is not going to be able to bring another. There's no way that they're going to be able to pull Mandel here until after the power play is over, as DiBartolomeo trying to skate in this time. And the stick gets caught in DiBartolomeo by Connor Wood, and we're going to have another penalty coming up against Wheeling Central. And we're going to have a hookup coming against Wood. With 2:18 to go. So 7th power play opportunity here for Morgantown. .31 seconds remaining on the two-man advantage. As then Connor Wood's penalty will start. 2:18 to go here in the third. I think they're explaining how that has to happen, because this is a very rare situation, because Wheeling Central will have to be 5-on-4, so you can't have both guys coming out of the box for the Maroon Knights. Cortzis has it at center ice. Pelock tries to clear it back in. Wheeling Central going to try to bring the pressure now with only 14 seconds remaining on this two-man advantage. Valenti, the captain for Morgantown, gets it over to Cox. Cox brings it back over on his forehand. Cox trying to bring it towards the net to Hollander. It's going to be tipped off of his stick by Bitlip. Now the two-man advantage is over, and there's a shot and a save made as Baker will rejoin the play. Valenti coming back down. Baker upends his man. That's going to be Shepard in the corner. Clock strikes under 2 minutes. Morgantown still has the power play. Hollander with a shot over to Shepard. He scores. Aiden Shepard, his 19th of the season. This one on the power play. And now if you're Wheeling Central, it'll even it back up to 5-on-5. Shepard with the net presence there, just backs up to that corner and just puts it into the back of the goal. That'll be Hollander's second assist of the night. And the second power play goal for Morgantown, as they are now 2 for 7 on the power play. So we had a whistle right off of the face-off. Not sure what the call was. So I think we're just going to, possible false start again, so we're just going to restart at center ice. Mandel's going to go back into the goal. Wheeling Central going to try to get him pulled here. Hollander's second assist, Shepard's 19th goal of the season. Once again, those stats courtesy of PIHL.com. So 1:29 to go here in the third. Trying to get some time back up on the clock here. They're going to, 1:33 was when the goal, there it is. Yeah, I was going to say, it was 133 when the goal was scored. So 4 straight power play goals was what gave us our last 4 here. 2 by Morgantown and 2 by Aiden Cooey for Wheeling Central. So Mandel is coming all the way out of his crease. More than likely will come off if Wheeling Central is able to control this face-off. It'll be Valente against Pelock. Or Valenti, I stand corrected. Sorry, folks. Valenti and Pelock. And Valenti's going to win this one forward to Vitlip, who's going to dump it all the way in, and it's going to go for icing, so Mandel's going to have to go back into his crease. I like the try there by Vitlip on that flip. He was trying to free up Parker over on the far side. Like I said, I have nothing wrong with that play there by Vitlip. Valenti in on the face-off dot with Pelock once again. Shepard, who has the last power play goal, hits it up into the corner. Wheeling Central trying to bring it back the other way, but Maisie with a soccer-like play there. Of course, he comes from a baseball family, but that showing off his soccer skills there. Going to be an icing call upcoming against the Mohawks with 1:13 remaining here in the third period. And they're leading 4-2. Looking to get into the state championship game. Again, they will face the winner of our next semifinal between Wheeling Park and Charleston. Burge gets it off into the corner here to Pelock. A big collision in front of the net. Had about 3 or 4 guys go down the play. Here's another opportunity for Wheeling Central. What a save made by Cox. Penalty coming. Vitlip tried to go around one man, and it's going to hit off of the foot of Maisie, and he's going to touch it up on the penalty call. And I believe Corsis is going to be called for a cross-checking here for Morgantown. So Nico Cortis, his second penalty of the game, be a cross-check with 50 seconds to go. Parker, Wood, Burge, Pelock, Vitlip, and Cooey all out there for the 6-on-4. Burge has it for Wheeling Central. Burge bringing it all the way in, gets it down low, backhand try, save made by Cox, rebound is loose, Vitlip gets it up to Cox, and Cox is going to go in. He has nothing but the open net in front of him, and he will just tip it in, and we will send his team to the semifinals, or to the finals rather. So a short-handed goal for Cooper Cox gets his 31st of the season. Second of the game. I don't know if there's going to be an assist on that or not. So we are going to skate 4-on-4 now, as Wheeling Central was called for a penalty late in that one after the goal. Cooper Cox, 31st of the season, to give Morgantown a 5-2 lead. It's going to be dumped down here by Cox, but once again, they were 4-on-4, but they do wave off the icing. Or no, we are 5-on-4. I apologize. Must have been a 10-minute misconduct. So it is 5-on-4. Wheeling Central still on the power play. Ochap has it slide off of his stick as he was going towards goal, and it'll be iced again there by Wheeling Central. Goes through the skates of Mullen. Mullen able to pick it back up and will dump it back into the corner as time will run down in this one. And Morgantown is on their way to the state championship game. A 5-2 victory over Wheeling Central in a well-played game in this one. 25 saves for the freshman Seth Mandel in this one, and then Lincoln Cox, 25 of 27 saves in the game here for Morgantown, and Morgantown will advance to the state championship game. Once again, that game will take place later tomorrow. Morgantown keeping the winning streak going as well. This will be the 6th appearance for Morgantown in the state championship game in the last 8 years. So the guys from Monongahela County heading to the championship game against the winner of our next game, which will feature Wheeling Park and Charleston. So Cooper Cox gets the player of the game, gets his 30th and 31st goal of the season. Multiple goal game, and he'll get the MVP of this one as Morgantown advances 5-2 over Wheeling Central. Coming up next, it'll be Wheeling Park taking on Charleston in our second semifinal game. This is all part of the West Virginia State Hockey Championships presented by WVU Medicine.